Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and another episode of Miniatures Monday. This is my slot car collection of AMCs. We're going to kind of go over it a little bit because we got a new car in the mail. Alright, so I was perusing eBay and I saw this little guy right here and I absolutely had to have it. The long story is, when I was a kid, and when I mean literally a kid, when I turned 6, my dad gave me this Javelin as one of my slot cars. And you can see the wheel wells here are pretty well cut up and destroyed. And that was all done before I got it. It's missing the windows, and then this front bumper has been knocked off about 1,000 times in racing. But it's on a Magnatraction chassis, which is super fast, silicone tires, stuff like that. I raced the snot out of this car. I've probably got more slot car miles on this car than just about any other car except for one. I've always loved it. I didn't have a nice one. The only nice original one I've had is I got this lemon one quite a few years ago, and you can see it's in really nice shape. Nice and glossy, and everything is good on it, and it's got a mean green chassis. That's the armature here on the old school pancake motor AFXs. The red ones are kind of the normal ones, and they're a little slow. The green ones are called mean green. They go a lot faster. They're harder to come by. This is an original chassis. You can see it says AFX on it. Made in Singapore. It's got these cool raised letter Goodyear like front runner skinnies on them. And then this one's got kind of some hard foamy slicks on it because obviously I don't race that car. It's way too nice. But I just got this Javelin, and it too has an original AFX pancake motor, and it was also a mean green armature. This one's got new silicone tires on it. But yeah, it's in really nice shape. So I'm super happy to finally have a nice one to put on in my box with my not so nice one from my childhood, so I can keep racing my childhood one, but I got a nice one finally to go with it. Plus, if you guys know my history or look at my past videos, I got kind of a thing for orange Javelins. But anyways, I wanted to show you the rest of the collection here, because I got quite a bit. When it comes to Javelins, like I said, I showed you the lemon one. I've also got this Magnatraction chassis Trans Am one, red, white, and blue. And this car I also raced a ton as a kid, although I was super respectful with this one because it was nice. And it was like the only nice car I had as far as vintage goes, I should say. And so I still have it, still nice, but I do still race it. I also have an original blue Trans Am. So the Aurora AFX, they did quite a few different paint jobs on the Javelins in different colors. So like there's the blue, here's this yellow with a red side stripe, and this one's cool. I got two different versions. They're the same car, but you can see the yellow is a completely different yellow. This one is like a bright yellow, and this one's like a mustard. I mean, they're like literally different. You can see the color differences on those, so that's why I've kept both of those to have the lemon and the mustard. But yeah, so I've got the yellow, the blue. They do this really cool chrome version. You'll see on eBay there's a bunch of people that have taken these chrome ones and stripped all the chrome off. It leaves the stripes some of the times, but it'll be like black or some other color that they didn't come in, but they always have a mismatched hood. So if you ever see a Javelin with a mismatched hood, it's a chrome one somebody stripped. Don't get all excited. But also, there are a few that do have the same color hood that have turned out really cool. I saw one a little while ago that was this color blue, but it had the red 5 on it and the red tops. It was really neat that the guy got it to strip out. Kind of cool. But I have a chrome one in really good shape, all original. And then I have all of these aftermarket ones. So these are all Johnny Lightning. They did a series of slot car bodied pullback cars. And I ordered new chassis for a lot of them and put them on to have them as race, actual driving cars, because I like to drive my cars rather than just pullback cars. You can see this one's got like Trans Am wheels on it. That one too. So I got two of those. This one's like a regular red, white, and blue to kind of match the original, although they totally screwed up where the blue goes. This one was cool because it's like a candy So there's like a candy red and a candy white and a candy blue. And I thought that was cool. But then they redid the Pro Stockers. So like here's a green one. And so this is not an original Aurora. This is the aftermarket. And they came in this package here that says Thunderjets on it. And they were a pullback car. They had a pullback chassis. They didn't have a slot car chassis on them. So you got to kind of add your own slot car chassis. But it's super easy to tell inside. You can see. So this is the Aurora. And then this is the original that I just picked up. From AFX, from Aurora. And so you can see the Aurora one's got clear windows versus the Johnny Lightning has tinted. And then on the underside here, the hood area is like a clear because these are actually painted. They are not molded in color. Auroras are all molded in color. So this entire thing is orange all the way through. So when you do crazy things like cut the wheel wells, like here on this is on my old school one from being a kid, you can see the inside of the wheel well cuts here are actually orange. Like literally the whole inside out everything is molded in orange. Whereas the Johnny Lightning here, the pullback cars, you could see they are clear. They're molded in clear, and then they are actually painted these colors. They are not molded green. So it's super easy to tell when you take the bodies off. But even with the bodies on, Johnny Lightning didn't detail the tail lights, so someone would have to paint that in. They did the front cut. This one's kind of weird, actually. That's not. Let me grab my mustard one. This one's how it's supposed to look. So they got pretty close on that as far as that goes. But the hood stripe is a little bit different looking on the Aurora versus the Johnny Lightning. And then this Aurora has tinted glass, but it's blue tinted versus the pullback one is like a black tint. So yeah, just different ways to tell. But the big thing is the plastic, painted versus plastic. But I still like these. I like having them. They're, which chassis was on that one? Oh, I guess it was. Wow, that one's got a mean green on it too. Sweet. Man, I got to go through these and kind of move some of these around and move these mean greens to cars I'll actually drive. But anyways, so they redid the green color. They did, Aurora made this cool white and purple, and they copied it. Their purple's a little different, but it's still cool. And then they made these bizarro colors that were their own. They did a purple and a pink, and they did them in the Trans Am style. So the regular Javelin AMX cowl hood and the side stripes there with the number 5. And they did them in the Pro Stock style, although you can see they put the Trans Am stripes on their pink and purple Pro Stocks. It's kind of weird, because obviously Aurora did not do that with theirs. But anyways, I've got the purple and the pink, and again, all these have chassis on them. They're all, even most of them are original chassis. I got a couple with aftermarket chassis, but I got all those. And then I've also got, these are the blue chrome versions they did. Now these they don't have chassis on because I don't want to risk chipping the chrome on these, but they did a blue chrome, Trans Am, and Pro Stock, and those are relatively easy to come by. They did a silver chrome, and again you can tell it's different, black stripe versus red stripe on the original is a red stripe and a red top. This one's the black stripe and a black top. But they also did it in the Pro Stock hood version. And then if you want really rare, you're going to have to search hard for these. Gold chrome. And again, Trans Am. And you can tell the difference there in the light. And Pro Stock hooded versions. Gold chrome. So those are all the chrome body ones. And then I got some extras for painting and things like that. I've also got this Tyco Pro that's on a kind of a, I think that's an HP7 chassis. I can't remember, but it's an old Tyco Pro Javelin AMX that's missing its bumpers and its glass and stuff that I've kind of had for a long time and raced and things like that. Down here you see a bunch of new in the thing. Johnny Lightning, or these are now Auto World makes these now. So these are the Auto World Repop T-Jet AMXs. They made a couple different colors. Really love this red, white, and blue one. I've had that one out to race several times. I love this blue one too because it's like my dad's. My dad's real AMX is very similar to this blue and with the white stripes, so it was super cool to get this and drive it around. Yeah, let me put all these back in here and show you the rest of the stuff because that orange Javelin wasn't the only new addition to my collection. I also just picked this up recently. I haven't had one of these yet. This is the older Matador body style. It's like a 71 or something like that. Matador, that was the first NASCAR's AMC did, and they were driven by Mark Donahue, number 16. Really cool car and casting, and that they did it in the red, white, and blue. I did have some Matadors, but the ones I had were the taxi cab versions. So I've got the yellow Aurora cab, and yeah, the crazy looking like tire marks or factory on those, and the police car. And I've got the blue and the white versions of the police car. So I've had those. Those have been in there. I don't have the later model Matador yet, the Fastback, the 75 and up, the car that replaced the Javelin AMX. I still need to get one of those. And then here's some more of the Auto World AMXs. They did a big bad blue, a big bad orange, and a big bad green. So I've got the three of them up there together because they're really cool. And then this is different. There was a company called, I think it was HO Detroit, and they did repop Thunder Jets, and I believe it's a resin body instead of a plastic one. And they actually molded it on a Tuff Ones. If you look real close in the light right there, you can see the 5 on the door that they started with. So that means the car they took the mold from was one of these that was mint. This is a Tuff Ones, which is they came after T-Jets but before AFXs. They were Thunder Jets that had like cooler paint schemes on them, like this red, white, and blue AMX. And they had kind of bigger wheels and tires in the back. This one has even bigger than that and has been hogged out just a little bit, but done really nicely. And this is like total period modifications to have the aluminum rims like that. I found this one on eBay probably 15, 20 years ago and scooped it up. Really happy to have that one because these things have gotten ridiculously priced even in that kind of condition, because people are starting to really collect these older slot cars in like as raced condition from back in the day, because that's what all the guys remember having. And so when you have one that's done vintage and done right, they tend to command almost as much as being like a good car that was never touched. Sometimes more, depending on if it's what one it is and if people want to race it. So like this is an original Aurora T-Jet AMX, and these go for like $200 when they're nice in this color, the orange with the yellow. But this one's had cut wheels and those crazy aluminum ones put on the back and stuff like that. And this thing runs awesome. I've raced this one around. So yeah, that's my AMC slot car collection. I know we've gone over my other slot cars, but not these. So I really wanted to share that. Oh, hi Shadow. Say hi everybody. That's Shadow. She likes to eat things. Anyways, yeah, so that's our new Javelin AMX body here that we picked up on eBay to match that one from when I was a kid. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miniatures Monday, and until next time.